Chairman Rulli, Ranking Member DeMora, and members of the committee, thank you for the invitation and opportunity to testify in support of Senate Bill 215, which prohibits foreign nationals from contributing to state ballot issues. My name is Caitlin Sutherland, and I am the Executive Director of Americans for Public Trust, a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization dedicated to restoring trust in government by holding politicians and political groups accountable. Since our founding in 2020, APT has devoted extensive resources to uncovering, mapping, and publicizing outside money and influence in politics and policy. Americans should have every confidence that their elections are free from foreign interference and influence. But unfortunately, as you've heard, a significant source of foreign cash is flowing into politics from a Swiss billionaire named Hans-Jörg Wyss. Multiple press outlets, including the Associated Press, Bloomberg, and Real Clear Politics, have confirmed Mr. Wyss is a foreign national. But don't just take their word for it. Listen to what Mr. Wyss has said about the matter. In 2011, Mr. Wyss told a Swiss newspaper that he, quote, never felt the need to become an American. He claimed he found the process, quote, too complicated, and instead preferred to call himself, quote, a spiritual dual citizen. Despite Mr. Wyss's disinterest in becoming an American citizen, he made it a personal goal to influence American politics. According to a biography written by his own sister, Mr. Wyss's personal goal is to, quote, reinterpret the American Constitution in light of progressive politics. So how is Mr. Wyss, who is not a U.S. citizen and therefore prohibited from directly or indirectly influencing our elections, doing just that? Well, first, in the 90s and early aughts, he, seemingly illegally, gave more than $100,000 directly to candidates and political committees. But Mr. Wyss's direct giving pales in comparison to his current and preferred method of influencing our politics, his nonprofits. Mr. Wyss uses his two nonprofits, the Wyss Foundation, a 501c3, and the Burger Action Fund, formerly called the Wyss Action Fund, a 501c4, to fund liberal groups across the nation. He has used these two nonprofit vehicles to pump almost $500 million into the U.S. political system. In his biography, Mr. Wyss's sister explicitly detailed his ability to, quote, exert an influence on American domestic politics through his foundations. If this sounds like a staggering amount of money from a reclusive billionaire and organizations you might never have heard of, that's because it's all by design. Again, while speaking to foreign media, Mr. Wyss admitted that he was fighting laws in Arizona that, quote, give police too many rights, working to nominate progressive federal judges and funding abortion clinics. But the catch? He also bragged that his, quote, name never appears linked to his efforts. But how exactly, by his own words, does he exert an influence? According to the New York Times, Mr. Wyss's, quote, political activism is channeled through a daisy chain of opaque organizations that mask the ultimate recipients of the money. The most opaque of those organizations is a little-known group called the 1630 Fund. According to the Associated Press, 1630 Fund has, quote, received $208 million from Wyss since 2016. Bloomberg has also confirmed, quote, Wyss has disclosed giving over $208 million to 1630 Fund, a clearinghouse for the left. Less than 1 week ago, Politico reported on another cash infusion of $35 million from Mr. Wyss, bringing the total from him into 1630 Fund to a whopping $243 million. How does this impact Ohio? In less than a year, that little-known but well-funded 1630 Fund has funneled over $14 million into 3 Ohio ballot measures: One Person, One Vote, Ohioans United for Reproductive Rights, and Citizens Not Politicians. That's right, the same group that has received almost $250 million from a foreign national has turned around and spent over $14 million right here in Ohio. And there's more spending to come. Citizens Not Politicians, an ironic name given the ties to foreign funds, is currently collecting signatures in Ohio. Given their deep pockets, we can expect even more backing to come from 1630 Fund. This pipeline of foreign cash into Ohio politics should be stopped. Foreign nationals are already banned from donating to candidates directly, so why should ballot issues be any different? The proposed legislation would prohibit foreign nationals from injecting money into Ohio ballot issues both directly and indirectly, which includes funneling money through U.S.-based nonprofit organizations. I urge you to support Senate Bill 215 to help stop foreign nationals from influencing important policy here in Ohio. Thank you.